Hi everyone and welcome back to Math with Miss Wardell. Alright, we are in lesson 28. This is the problem set. We're almost done with this module. This is page 121. Alright, so today we're talking about comparing fractions with the same numeral pictorial. So we're going to look and see, does the picture matter? Are they equivalent? Okay? So 2/5. So here's what I kind of want you to do. So 2/5. So I'm going to write it out 2/5 and 2/3. I want you to write the fraction so that you also see not only the name in word form, but you also see the number, the fractional number. All right. So I'm going to shade in 2/5, so here's 1. So we're going to see, are they equivalent, or is one more, bigger than the other? We're going to compare these two. So I'm going to shade in 2 of these and 2/3. So that means I shade in 1 here, 2 here, and then it says circle the larger fraction. So now I know that 2/3 is bigger than 2/5. So I'm going to circle it. That's all we're doing. Okay? 2/10 would be 2/10, and 2/8 would be 2/8. All right. So notice that they're broken up into very small tenths, and I'm going to shade in 2 of them. 2/8. We partitioned them into 8s. I circled 2. And just by barely a little bit, 2/8 is larger. So we're looking for that larger fraction. Okay. 3/4 and 3/8. Here I'm going to shade in 3 out of my 4 partitioned parts. Okay, and 3 out of the 8. So far I don't have any that are equivalent, right? But I do have some that are much larger, and you can see based on when I shade them. So it's a pretty good comparison. So 3/4 is larger. Okay, 4/8 and 4/6. You notice that each time the numerator is the same? So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are shaded, and then 4/6. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so I noticed that 4/6 is greater. So I'm going to circle it. Number 5, 3/3 and 3/6. So here I've got 3 partitioned, and I'm going to shade in all 3 of them because it says 3/3. So here I'm shading in 1 whole, and here I'm only going to be shading in 3 out of the 6. So this is like a whole versus a half. Well, a whole is bigger. All right. Turn over to page 122. 122. All right, we're looking at some word problems. It says, after softball, Leslie and Kelly each buy a half-liter bottle of water. Leslie drinks 3/4 of her water. Kelly drinks, Leslie drinks 3/4. So I'm going to put 3/4 up here to remind me. And Kelly drinks 3/5. So over here I might write 3/5 of her water. Who drinks the least amount of water? Draw a picture to support your answer. So here we're just drawing a picture, right? I do want to try and make them very similar, so I might take out my ruler, or you could use the back of a piece of paper or a book. Okay? So make sure that they have the same starting point and the same ending point. Okay? Alright, so we'll make this L for Leslie, and she's going to have 3/4, and K for Kelly, and she will have 3/5. Okay, so I'm going to break these up into equivalent fractions, or equivalent parts. So there's fourths. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. So I've got this. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 to represent Leslie, and 1, 2, 3 to represent Kelly. So in fact, Kelly drinks more. Oh, sorry. It asks us to find who drinks the least amount. Sorry. Who drinks the least amount? I thought the most. So Kelly drinks the least amount. Kelly drinks the least amount of water. Very good. Number 7 says Becky and Mallory get matching piggy banks. Becky fills 2/3 of her piggy bank with penny, and Mallory fills 2/4 of her piggy bank with pennies. Whose piggy bank has more pennies? Draw a picture to support your answer. So again, I'm going to draw me a picture just to sort of help. Okay, let's see. We'll put B for Becky, and she has 2/3, and M for Mallory, and she has 2/4. Okay, so 2/3. So I draw 2 lines. 2/4. I need to draw 3 lines. Okay, shade them in. So Becky has 2 out of her 3. Mallory has 2 out of the 4. Whose piggy bank has more pennies? Becky's does. So Becky's piggy bank has more pennies. Period. Not so bad, is it? Alright. Heidi lines up her dolls in order from shortest to tallest. Doll A is 2/4 tall, doll B is 2/6 foot tall, and doll C is 2/3 foot tall. Compare the heights of the dolls to show how Heidi puts them in order, and draw a picture to support your answer. Okay. So this is pretty neat. So here's what I'm actually going to draw. I'm going to draw me a sort of like a scale, right? So that I know that this is going to equal 1 foot. Just something to kind of go by, okay? Now I'm going to 1, 2, because we have to draw for each of the dolls, right? Kind of measure it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to use a ruler, but you do kind of want to see that they're at the same height. They start and end at the same place, right? Because it's all based on a foot. So this equals 1 foot. So below it, I'm going to put doll A equals 2/4. Doll B equals 2/6. And doll C equals 2/3. Okay, so with fourths, I break it into 3 separate pieces with 6. There. So I had to draw 5 lines to here. And for this one, I am just drawing 2 lines to break it into thirds. Okay? So let's fill in. So this one gets shaded in twice. See how tall she is. Doll B only gets shaded in twice as well. So obviously now it's really easy to kind of see who is the tallest. And doll C gets shaded in twice. Okay. So now it's really, really easy to see which doll is the tallest, right? So from shortest to tallest, Heidi orders her dolls, right? So from shortest to tallest, Heidi, right? She orders her dolls, from tallest to shortest, Heidi puts them in order. How's that? Right? So she's going to say, so the shortest is 2/6. So 2/6 is less than, this would be the middle one, 2/4. And 2/4 is less than 2/3. So I went from B to A to C, right? So I put them in order from shortest to tallest. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.